So here we found that the intervals of the graph where the green graph, resistance to ciprofloxacin, was higher than the blue graph was at the beginning, and also the green graph overtook the blue graph at the end. Let's find what these time periods were. So we drew a line down to the first point where the green was higher, and that was in 1996. And we see at the second point, when we draw our line down, it looks partially between 1998 and 2000, so let's say that's close to 1999. So the first time period where the green graph was above the blue was 1996 to 1999. And then the next section of time, we draw our lines down and we see that's about at 2010 to about 2012. Now let's zoom out to see our final question in regards to this problem. So the question is, over the time span given, what is the highest resistance to ceftriaxone achieved and when did it occur? Now let's look back at our graph. We know that the resistance to ceftriaxone over time is measured by our blue graph. We want to see when was the blue graph the highest and when did it occur. So we'll go back to the graph. And we see that the highest location of the blue graph, try to spot it on the screen, that occurred in this range of time. And we could see the time period if we draw a line vertically below each of the starting and ending points. So let's do that. So we see it started in 2012 and it ended about halfway between 2012 and 2004. So let's say that's 2003. So the time period that we'll record was from 2002 to 2003, the highest resistance level. Let's look back at the graph. To see the highest resistance level, we need to find the highest points, which were shared to be here. And then we look over to see what height that is on the y-axis, and that looks about halfway between 4 and 5. So that's about 4.5% is the highest resistance to ceftriaxone that we had during the period of time graphed. So here we've answered the 3 questions related to our graph that showed the various antibiotic resistance from 1996 to 2012 for the 2 different antibiotics.